Hello, and welcome once again to Pravi's Wheelhouse. Today, I'm going to be playing some read-only memories, a new cyberpunk adventure. Uh, it seems to want to go through and start playing by itself. So yes, we're going to there we are, get this going back here, and we will hop right in and see what it's about. I don't know, but we'll see. Aha! Onward into infinity. New game, options. Oh, that's good. We'll go new game. Very old school look to the graphics. Very pixelated and such. I'm a fan of that.
Neo San Francisco,
Oh,
2064 AD.
we've got voice acting.
The world is on the cusp of not one, but three technological singularities.
Oh wow.
Cybernetic augmentation and genetic modification allow the repair and enhancement of almost any part of a human body. Millions of people jack into virtual worlds every day to work, play, and connect with one another with advanced brain-to-machine technology.
Okay.
Easier access to genetic modification leaves hybrids walking the streets, looking less human every day. Relationship Organizational Managers, or ROMs for short, are the commonplace companion and tool of any modern person.
Are extremely intelligent.
However, they are still machines at their core. The logic they are built on impedes their ability to think for themselves and determine their own behavior.
Ah, that's right. You see, this is at the heart of why we took on this merger with Parallax. We wanted to take artificial intelligence to the next level. And now, well, we have devices that can truly adapt.
Really?
Organizations, like the Human Revolution, seek to slow the relentless pace of progress, fearing that unchecked technology will make us lose the very things that make us human. High above the rising tension below, a Parallax engineer buries himself in schematics and equations, trying to bring a new kind of life into the world.
All right.
And with this, humanity's destiny will be altered forever.
Interesting. Okay. Okay. That was nice. I like that. That was a nice little intro to the title. That was good. So far I'm liking this one a lot. Prologue, Neo San Francisco, 12/20/2064. That's only, what, 49 years? Home sweet home. Okay, maybe not so sweet. Musty might be a better descriptor. Menu, items. I have my ID card. That's it. Look at my ID. A small plastic ID card with my name, picture, and stats. Okay. Coffee. Look at the coffee. The great equalizer. The one thing the poor and rich alike need to chug through the day. You assume. I'm going to talk to coffee. I'm going to drink coffee. The letters F and K seem clear as day. It's also really gross. What do we got here? Sheet of paper. Look at the sheet. I will pick it up. GX Ultra Beats. The ultimate in budget audio. You better try them out so you can start crafting your review. Headphones added to items. Yay! These are the new GX Ultra Beats you need to write a review for. Guess now is as good as any to get to work. They're smart headphones. You should be able to use them with some things lying around your apartment. Okay. Sink. Discussing sink. What's in the fridge? It says mustard half full, spoiled milk 10 days past expired. Ooh! That's disgusting. Oh, item. Play music. Is he gonna play? Oh, there it goes. Items. Look at headphones. Laptop. Use an item on Lappy. You sync up the headphones. Watch a live stream of the weather report. Delivered by a news ROM. Well, a talk show host bantering with famous actresses. Show me your favorite anime film. Ooh, nice. Door, bed, plant. Don't listen, it's not a good vibe. I wonder if seeing up the headphones, a live stream of a cooking show about making ramen using household materials. Unfortunately, you learn that mustard and spoiled milk aren't quite enough to make good ramen. Sync. Can I sync up my headphones with the sink? You can hear the sink gurgling in high def. YMO poster? Your friend Hayden gave this to you. The group is old, but the music is timeless. Let's sync up the headphones with the poster. Nice. Sync it up with a piece of paper. Page is blank. All of it useless. There's a book. Wheatfield. Especially to keep your window propped open. Can we sync up the headphones? Interesting. What about the coffee? GX probably would appreciate them coming back covered in old coffee. Window. Don't throw your new headphones out there. Alright, what about the bed? Can I sync this? Put you laying down and begin to play some soothing ocean sound effects. Interesting! The plant, the window, the book, the bed, with the door. Sounds secure. Okay. So, looking pretty hot there, Lappy. Boot up the Lappy. Lappy is a bit of a relic. You have an article due tonight. Better finish it before bed. Okay, today, Journal Logic, Lips Live, Lips Inbox. Journal Logic. Compose. Alright, time to get your work out of the way. Let's do this. Selling your soul, bit by bit, character by character. Finished. Now to send it off to the editor. There, your big break. Surely your glowing review of GX Ultra Beats is your ticket out of poverty and into a book deal. Surely. Work is finally out of the way. Time for bed, but first log out. Or you could read some OK Today, catch up on some real news before you sleep. Rent mail, promotional mail, scam mail, bill, invitation. Weekly updates. What's the spam mail say? Get cheap crash. Only 99 creds for 30 days supply of 212 stims. Hello there. I am Prince Thomas. Yes, the Prince Thomas, heir to the digital empire of horse and books. I need your help to secure my great fortune. Please, if you could send me your personal credit ID marker to immediately. Sounds like a great business opportunity. Bill. Your account is past due in the amount of 216 credits. Failure to restore to account. Termination of services. Power company. Ah, yes, that age-old choice between food or electricity. Read working email. Oh my god, sounds. Oh my god, sounds. I like it. Up and coming audio review feed looking for hot talent. We'd love to feature any product reviews you'd like to do for us. We would be able to give you some great exposure. And if we'd like to possibly throw some credit your way. Doesn't anyone pay their journalists anymore? Rent mail. Another paycheck. Coupon for 5 credits back. I love it. Just Hassie. A Hassie Infinity has all your daily calories with none of the nutritional value. It's like the opposite of a diet version. Invitation. See the lighting ceremony of the Christmas tree from your friends at Dr. Trisha L.E. DDS. Why does a dentist want you to see a lighting ceremony? Feels like a trap. Vintage Tech, your #1 source for classic technology. The King of Click, a retrospective on the classic Model N keyboard. Unsubscribe from newsletter? No, that's fine. Subscription cannot be modified. Aww. Click the back button. Let's check OK Today. Use OK Today. Current events article. Story about the human revolution. Story about our hometown, Neo San Francisco 49ers. Broken down Froyo stand? Is that it? Click the back button. Lappy speakers feel neglected. Is that my... Yep, I've already been in there. Is there anything else? The human revolution. Okay. We'll go back and log out. My bed. Let's sleep in the bed. What is this? Oh, good, you're finally awake. There's a strange robot in my room. I'm honestly not sure why most humans still have such lengthy sleep cycles. Are you that significantly opposed to cybernetic augments? What? Huh? How did you get into my apartment? I think we'll go with the How did you get into my apartment? I came in through the front door. The cryptographic algorithms it uses are actually quite atrocious. It only took me 17 trillion clock cycles to break your entry code. Only! It looks rather imposing, but it's actually a knockoff of the secure gate M14723B. 17 trillion. Don't feel too bad. I actually cheated a bit when I cross-referenced known significant numerical codes against the stored personal data on you. I'm not certain why you picked the birthday of your first dog, but it was sufficiently obscure to defeat most casual attempts to enter. Frankly, I felt a little silly that I took the time to do it. Once I noticed the lock on your window is broken. And that you left it open. My window lock's broken? You know my dog's birthday? Honestly, it would have taken me longer if I had entered the codes manually. It was trivial to slice through the door's firewall and try against the stored data directly. I would suggest investing in an INCEF model 1355. The 1385 is newer, but I find the added attack vector introduced by the voice controls isn't worth the convenience. It has 300 5-star ratings on Congo. Well, thank you! Hold on, what are you doing in my apartment? I hope you don't mind. While you were asleep, I had some spare time on my hands, so I reorganized your records and entertainment media using BISAC. Once that was done, I found the cleanliness of your living and workspace to be suboptimal conditions for the long-term performance of my micro actuators, so I took the liberty of cleaning the place up a bit. As you awoke, I was attempting to interface and make performance adjustments to your personal computer, but I run into a bit of a snag. Forget all that, tell me why you're here. Or I'm calling the cops. A snag, Yep. I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to engage you in any sort of subterfuge, but I tend to ramble on a bit when I'm nervous. I have all the necessary protocols, but I've never actually spoken to another person besides Hayden until now. You know my friend Hayden Weber. Well, saying I know Hayden is putting it simply, but yes. I haven't seen Hayden in years. Where is he? I don't really know. That's why I'm here. Help me, you aren't quite my only hope, but certainly the most statistically supported. I have done the math. Oh my god, I love this little guy. Slow down, just start from the beginning. Imprecise, but I think I know what you mean. Earlier tonight, Hayden's apartment was assaulted by some unknown persons. He seemed frightened, terrified even, and instructed me to escape lest I be captured by the intruders too. I crawled out of a window and after some deliberation came here. I heard them breaking down the door as I left. Was anyone out for Hayden? No. I'm not even certain who would benefit the most from taking Hayden prisoner. It's not as though he had been looking over his shoulder. However, there are several multinational corporations that could make use of his engineering skills. But I can't imagine any of them would go as far as snatching him. He also never indicated to me any possible danger from an outside person or group. Why come to me? I ran an algorithm against every contact in Hayden's address book. Based on my assumptions of visibility, directness of connection to Hayden, occupational skills, and probable motive, you were the candidate most likely to be both able and willing to help me. And the one least likely to be suspected of helping me. I think I understand what you mean. Why would they want Hayden? Hayden is one of the top researchers at Parallax, but I can't imagine that would be enough to get him kidnapped. Oh, I see what's going on. Especially since no one has even tried offering him more money yet. I suspect it has to do with me. Who are you anyway? What do you have to do with it? Ah, excuse me. I forgot to introduce myself. I have never had the pleasure of doing so before. I am Turing. It sounds a bit unflattering, but I suppose you could describe me as one of Hayden's experiments. He's currently researching advanced machine intelligence at Parallax. I'm a personal side project of his. Exploring true artificial sapience. It's possible that the idea of sapient machines could scare or tempt an organization into kidnapping him, either to stop his research or to take it and use it for themselves. Makes sense? How are you different from any other ROM? A regular ROM has virtual intelligence. They can appear rather smart, even seeming human when you talk to them. This is just because they're cleverly programmed to respond to a variety of situations in an organic manner. They aren't in any way self-deterministic. As for myself, much of my code wasn't actually written by Hayden, but rather compiled during my infancy as I was taught to interact with the world around me. But, despite my ability to self-modify my code, I'm not certain that I'm sapient. I'm afraid to adapt or develop any further without Hayden's guidance. Did he only program me with the illusion of free will? How would you know, one way or the other? Hayden once told me that his desire to create artificial life stemmed from his need to find out, but I can't say I have any new insight into the question. It worries me. How can any of you tell that you aren't just puppets dancing to someone else's will? I think we're getting a little too philosophical here. You're right. I apologize for the tangent. We're out of time. What? I took the liberty of charging the AutoCab fare from here to Hayden's apartment to your personal finance account. And the car has just arrived. You still haven't convinced me, robot, but I'll play along for now. There better be a good story here. I never expected you to help me for no reward, but I assure you there's a story here. Whether you're good enough to find it or not is up to you. I hope you are, for Hayden's sake. Why not go to the police? No, we can't. Hayden warned me the authorities could be in the pocket of whomever was after him. My own calculations show that the possibilities of corruption or a leak are dangerously high. If word gets out that Hayden is kidnapped, his life may be put in further danger. His chances of escape would surely decrease. We must keep this to ourselves for now, please. Okay, okay. Lead the way. That's strange. They seem to have replaced Hayden's door already. I'm certain my audio sensors picked up the sounds of his assailants breaking the lock. Perhaps a maintenance robot took care of it. It's possible. Most of the repairs to the building are handled by automated systems. Oh. Oh, a lucky break. It seems my access codes still work. Hayden's door has far better security than yours does. We shouldn't disturb any evidence, just in case we need to go to the police after all. He was pretty... Alright, just be careful. Will do. As you enter, you take a glance around the studio apartment. Not much has changed since your last visit a few years ago. It doesn't look like there was much of a struggle. I'm not surprised. Hayden is not the most physically intimidating of individuals. I doubt he could have fought off serious attackers. I should have tried to protect him. Aw, Turing. Aren't you programmed against harming humans? Of course not. How silly. To make a machine intelligent truly self-deterministic, it must be able to self-modify. Any sapient worth their silicon will be able to code around such an inhibitor eventually. I could rip your arm off right now if I cared to. Well, that's comforting. I'd really rather you didn't. I won't for the same reason you don't go around randomly killing people. The social contract, as a useful construct, is just as apparent to me as it is you. It simply isn't acceptable to go on a murderous rampage. Glad we're clear on that one, buddy. Self-defense and defense of one's home and family is typically allowed, though. I could have, and may even have been obligated to come to Hayden's defense. But if they were after you, you did the right thing getting away. Excellent point. Let's start searching for clues. Alright. Photos. ROM parts. Alright, let's look at the plant. More ROM components. Can I take them? Windows. Hayden likes the natural light that this apartment affords. The window here is where I escaped from. It's a considerable distance to the ground below. Are you sturdy enough? How'd you get down? I took the fire escape. Of course you did. I think I see something under those reference books. Tablet. Hayden's tablet. I find it rather annoying that he prefers to go basic rather than entrust me with the schedule. It's well within my skill sets, but he claims not to want me to begin to feel subservient to him. There's a place on here for a physical memory card. No data. Memory card! There we are. What do we got here? Broken tech. Hayden's headset. Game consoles. The Mega 16, a Dural, and even a Family Link. Wow. Ted's Code Tips Augmented Eye. Use an item on the tablet. Put the thingy in the doohickey. Achievement unlocked. Must take out the memory card in order to prevent his assailants from easily tracing his connections. If only he had kept his information stored with me, he would not have had to resort to such crude measures. The tablet's calendar says he was supposed to meet someone named Tomcat today. Ring any digital bells? Not really. I guess we'll have to go ask. It says here they're going to meet at a club called Stardust in the Castro. I'll mark it on your city map for you. We can head over there and ask around about this Tomcat character. My city map? Oh, excuse me. I still haven't set up a user account for you in my system. We shouldn't put that off any longer. Once finished, I will have an assortment of new ways to assist you. For example, I'll be able to reroute any call or message that you receive while we're out and about. There are many other systems and applications you will be able to utilize in addition to these. This is an exciting thing, I promise. I just need to ask you a few questions. Don't you know literally everything about me already? You knew my first dog's birthday, for heaven's sake. Sigh. This is just how things are done. I'm certain I could spend a few quadrillion clock cycles to bypass that part of my operating system, but that seems less efficient than running the setup program. So here we go. Wow. Welcome to the first time user setup for your new relationship and organizational manager, running the latest build of the Parallax Live Intelligence Processing System. I'll need to ask you a few questions, and then you can get right to managing your life with your new ROM. If you have any questions, feel free to consult our online fact and setup guide. Contact our support department directly. First, could you tell me your preferred name for use of account creation, online communications, and conversational speech? Enter name. Oh, I can put my name in. Let's do Pravi. Thank you. I have input your name as Pravi. Excellent. Could you tell me which pronouns I should use for you in referential and conversational speech? They, them, theirs, she, her, hers, he, him, his? Those ones. I have input your pronouns as he, him, his. Could you tell me your preferred diet for use in restaurant recommendations? Omnivorous, vegetarian, more options? Gluten-free, goddamn it, Turing. Omnivorous. There we are. Are you sure? That's correct. Thank you, Pravi. I've obtained your physical location from GPS and will load local data into my memory as it becomes available. Please review your submitted profile for accuracy or restart setup and enter it again. Name is Pravi. He and him. Omnivorous. Correct. See, Pravi, that was relatively painless. That's pretty cool. Meeting with Tomcat isn't until later this evening. Perhaps we should head back to your apartment for now. I don't think there's anything else here. Alright. I'm sure we can find some common good in getting to know one another better. We should have no problem passing the time efficiently. Thank you for escorting me here. Okay. So far, this game is extremely charming. It is extremely charming. I find it amusing. You know, your Crassula ovata isn't doing very well, Pravi. Have you been overwatering it? My what? Sometimes things just rattle out of you and I have no idea what to do with them. This jade plant you have on the windowsill here. It's actually a succulent. And since I'm assuming you leave this window open all the time, it should get more than enough water just from the occasional rain blowing in. Speaking of the rain, your decorative plant may be doing poorly, but the mildew in your drywall is flourishing. That's wilty. I got it from a friend a couple months ago. How thoughtful of them. The Crassula ovata, known as the jade plant, money tree, lucky tree, or friendship tree, is an excellent and easy to care for houseplant. They make beautiful bonsai, are suitable for beginners, and have some cultural significance, both in the Far East and America, as a token for good financial luck. Most likely an urban legend, but still a nice gift. Okay, so what do you want me to do about the plant? I'd like your authorization to have a few tools shipped here. If I replant it into a more suitable pot with sandier soil, it should be thriving again soon. You just have to remember to water it less frequently. Considering the state of your apartment, I'd have figured you'd neglect it rather than drown it. Ironic, since it would be doing better if you had. Well, forgive me for giving it to him. Sure, Turing, whatever you want. Excellent. This supply should be here soon. I ordered from a place close by to keep the shipping costs down. Oh, one other thing, Pravi. When I was doing the research on how to best take care of the Crassula ovata, I stumbled upon the persistent belief that talking to plants improves their health. There is scientific evidence that shows there may be something to the notion, but the methodology in the studies was a bit shaky, so it could be all rank superstition. Mildew, eh? Already taken the liberty of sending a request to his office. But considering the broken window, broken sink, and lingering sense of disrepair, I am not confident he has a history of following through. I would suggest confronting him in person, but I have run a net search. And the man is a convicted felon for assault and battery with a deadly weapon. Perhaps we should bring some sort of a bribe. I will continue to formulate a stratagem. He is adorable. If left in direct sunlight, the leaves will gain a pretty red tinge to their edges and should start flowering in the autumn. It'll really pull the whole room together. You know, once we get the sink fixed. Oh. It's almost time. Hayden's scheduled to meet with Tomcat. We should make our way to Stardust soon. Your city map is updated with the location. Alright, let's look at my items. Do we have anything? Just the headphones and my ID. So we go to the map. There we go. The Stardust Club. That's home. That's Hayden's apartment. The Stardust Club. We're gonna go there. Well, this looks like the place, assuming the flashing signs are telling the truth. From the sounds of the music, things are already underway at the Stardust. Hopefully you can find Tomcat inside and some answers. Parked car, wreath, bouncer, plants. Well, let's talk to the bouncer. Welcome to Stardust. Can I just go in? You got ID? Oh. Use an item on the bouncer. With my ID. Alright, looks good to me. Welcome to Stardust. This is the place. Have you ever been here before, Pravi? Nope, not my kind of place. Who can stand the music? This is good music, man. This is my first time, but I don't think it will be my last. In particular, impressed with some of the more subtle effects of the music and lights are having on your autonomic nervous system. Try not to let yourself get too entranced, at least not till we have achieved our goal. Anyway, where do you think we should start? Let's check the bar. Where to find Tomcat? Well, movie poster, chair, Zazen, scrap brain, poster with a face on it. Talk to the bartender. Hey friend, what can I do for you? I was wondering if I could ask you a few questions. Sure, but first let's get you a drink. What'll it be? Subtle bitch, ingredients and ratios, bears winter teeny. Wow. Sunshine cloud. Mo sugar rush. Maple this off. Oh my lord. How many are there? Fucking IDK. Netherworld. Den Svenska Bjornstammen. We'll get... Where's the beer? Beer. Remind me, what's in that? Dictionary. The free and open Alcoholpedia says a local brewed beer. Nothing too sharp or bitter, just a nice crisp, weedy beer. Ice cold. Does beer sound good? Beer sounds good. Alright. Beer served. What do you need to know? I'm meeting a tomcat. Do you know where they are? Pretty sure I saw a tomcat coming earlier, but I don't know where they went off to. And that's what you're meeting about, but I know they like to keep that stuff quiet. Maybe try looking out at the dance floor. If they come around over here, I'll tell them someone's looking. Cool. The Jid. I've been manning the bar at Stardust for longer than I like to admit, and owned it a little bit longer than that. And it's true about the Stardust. The first 6 months were great, but after that, interest died up. Kids moved on to the next big thing. But I suppose I'm just a stubborn guy. Kept throwing good money after bad. After 2 years, things started to pick back up again. We got some regulars around. They started bringing in enough new folk, and it reached critical mass pretty quick. What'd you do before Stardust? Mostly got myself into trouble. When I emigrated from Pakistan, didn't have a whole lot of employable skills. But I'm real big and know how to crack skulls, so that's what I did. In the end, I guess I wasn't cut out for that kind of work, and after one close shave too many, I got out. Had enough cash saved up to buy this place, which was a hole at the time. The rest is history. It does. We're looking for Hayden, a friend who's gone missing. Do you know him? Older guy, does some computer work? I think I know what you're talking about. Don't know a thing about him being missing, though. He comes in here every couple of weeks, hangs out at the bar and chats with people. Typical stuff. Doesn't really seem like his scene, but I think he comes in to scout young programming talent. I can ask around now if I've seen him lately. I can talk. Nice to meet you. Keep an eye out for Comcat. Here's a little button. Dun, dun, dun. I bet that's Tomcat. Dancer, Rad Dancer. Arcade Punk. Yeah, there's really only one thing to do. What do you want? Hello, I'm looking for a person named Tomcat. What the hell? So you head right up to the chick with the ears, because of course she'd have a cat name. Unfreaking believable. Don't get your fur in a knot, I'm just asking around. We'll go sorry, I guess I shouldn't have assumed. Yeah, you assumed, of course you assumed. That's all genotypical people ever do. Genotypical? As in, not a hybrid like me, you know, that little defining fact that led you to do that ignorant shit in the first place. What's the next? You're gonna ask if I'm in heat? Get lost. Ah, fine. Just send Tomcat my way if you see them. Whatever. Heard you were looking for me. What can I do for you? Oh, of course. Are you Tomcat? The one and only. Though I prefer if you keep it a little quieter than you have been. I do my share of moseying on both sides of the law, if you know what I mean. Is that why that woman was giving me such a hard time? Nah, just a bit of a prickly pear. She'd probably give hell to just about anyone who wanted to have started bothering her or something. The pleasure of our meeting here. Hayden has gone missing. We found a note saying he was going to meet you. Hayden is missing? Well, that's sour news indeed. Yeah. I see you got his little ROM with you, so I'll give you the benefit of the doubt for now. You know about me? And my creation? Hayden never mentioned your involvement to me. Sure thing, hon. I help reprogram back end on your OS so that AI code Hayden wrote for you would interface properly with the network. I have it distressing lack of information on my own creation. Hayden never saw fit to inform me what went into designing my programming. Is there anything else you can tell me? Not much more on that end. Didn't have much to do with your core AI routine, so I can't really elaborate. Anything else I can help you with? Seriously though, what's your problem? How did you know Hayden? Not long after my blackout ran out, hired me for expertise in cracking the Lips OS. It puzzled me at the time since he's very sharp himself. He could have handled it himself. I think he just wanted somebody working on it off the books. He ain't the most straightforward man. What was Hayden working on? Most of that little guy there. I'm sure he had his fingers in a lot of pies, but Turing is all I knew about. My computer runs on Lips OS. I didn't know ROMs did too. The Live Intelligence Processing System is the primary operating system old Parallax computers used to run on. But the company has since expanded it to make it especially useful for their ROMs. It's real heavy on learning algorithms, so it can tailor itself to each user's habits. And it functions through using a distributed mesh network for non-essential public files. You do realize you're the only one who understands all that gibberish, right? Y'all sure don't pull punches, do you? Pravi, don't be so rude. Aww. Besides, I can understand them just fine. Why couldn't you? No, let me try to condense it. It's basically saying all ROMs connect to all other ROMs within range, and they share any files amongst themselves that the user hasn't flagged as private. It's handy in dense population areas like NeoSF, since it can bypass regular telecom nodes to access the internet. Out in the sticks though, you're stuck connecting to regular old pipes. Yuck. Do you know why Hayden may have gone missing? He was super hush-hush about his work on Turing, and that might have made Parallax upset. They're working on their own projects, and I'm pretty sure Hayden has some kind of intellectual property clause written into his contract with them. That would just mean he'd get fired, maybe even sued, but I can't imagine they would disappear him. They ain't the CIA or anything. Tell us about yourself. You may have even heard of me in the news. About 10 years ago, I hacked into Parallax's main ROM servers. Caused one hell of a stink, if I do say so myself. He's a hacker! People were arguing back and forth whether I was a kid genius or malicious criminal. Earned myself an enforced net blackout for a few years, but I think it was worth it for the prestige. So which was it? Kid genius or malicious criminal? I don't know, I didn't really do it to steal anything, but I had to break an awful lot of eggs to crack my way in. I chalk it up to the exuberance of youth, and now I try to stay on the straight and narrow. Mostly. Sometimes. Why hack in? See if I could? Parallax is a mighty big target, bigger than the government in many ways. With as many ROMs as they have on the market, they need some of the toughest darn security in the world. What's the deal with the accent? Are you from the South? No, dear. I'm California, born and raised. I read a lot of books during my mandated blackout, and I just happen to get into novels about down south. I like to imagine myself as a bit of a Southern belle. Or maybe just like having... Or maybe I just like having 3 walk-in closets full of clothes. Okay. Seriously though, what is Jess's problem? She doesn't have a lot of patience when talking to genotypical folks like us. She had to deal with a lot of awful pricks. Because, well... Because she's a hybrid? Well, that ain't the most delicate way of putting it. I'd leave her alone if I were you. You don't seem to be too well versed in hybrid issues. That's something you might want to think about working on, especially if you plan on talking to Jess. She's sharp enough on her own, but she's got friends in low places. She owes me a favor with me, but I ain't sure I want to waste one pulling your foot out of your own rear. Okay, so how do we find Hayden? But I guess it might help if we knew why he went missing in the first place. I'll stay here and ask around a bit. People know me, and they sure ain't gonna talk to a newbie like yourself. Why don't you hop back over to Hayden's place and grab the data cache out of his computer for me? I'll either be here or across the street getting some ramen. We can go over his research notes and see if we can't find a reason for his being vanished. Alrighty. Dun, 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 dun. Here we are. Leave Stardust. You had to leave your drink in the bar. What? Oh, I left my drink in the bar. I'll go to Hayden's apartment. Uh-oh. Halt, citizen. This area has been cordoned off by the Neo SF Police Department as part of an ongoing investigations. I apologize for the inconvenience, but I am not authorized to allow anyone to enter this location. That's my friend's place. Is everything okay? I'm sorry, citizen, but I cannot give comment on any currently ongoing investigations. If you would like to leave your contact information with me, I can forward your inquiry to the detective in charge, who will get in touch with you as soon as it is feasible. They may have questions for you. Thank you in advance for your cooperation. I really need to get in there. Preserved in pristine condition for the collection of evidence. Only authorized Neo SFPD personnel may enter. I am required to inform you that I am set to level 2 guard mode. Any effort to make unauthorized entry will be met with non-lethal force sufficient to incapacitate. I apologize, but I must ask you to move along. Loitering around an active investigation area is prohibited by city statute, and I am authorized to issue the citation of a fine to any persons found to be doing so. Typically, they would refuse to open an investigation on a missing person until at least 48 hours. We need to get in there and get that data cache. I have a contact with the Neo SFPD. Who would that be? I found no such connection when I compiled your personal history. Lexi, she's kind of new to this jurisdiction, but she'll talk to me. Give me a moment, Pravi. Oh, I see now. Detective Lexi Rivers. She used to date your sister. I must have missed that link in your history somehow. You have very poor net presence, Pravi. It makes anticipating your needs more difficult. Actually, I prefer it that way. Setting aside your unreasonable distaste for technology, I agree with your suggestion. Her online profile suggests she might be willing to work with us off the book, so to speak. A considerable boon, since I would prefer to maintain the clandestine nature of this investigation for now. Let us go and find Miss Rivers to request assistance. That would be Detective Rivers' turn. Oh, right. Should I refresh my protocols for handling titles around Detective Rivers? That's definitely what I'd recommend. No, we would not want any social faux pas. Lead the way. The NSFPD station. The Neo San Francisco Police Station for the Richmond District. It has the charm of, well, any other old police department. Crime status screen. Neo San Francisco. Let's talk to the robot. Welcome to the Richmond District Neo Francisco Police Station, Citizen Pravi. How may I be of assistance today? I'm looking for Detective Lexi Rivers. Tell her it's Pravi. Please give me a few moments to get in contact with Detective Rivers. Thank you for your patience. Unfortunately, Detective Rivers is out on assignment at the moment, but she has given me her authorization to send you her way. You can find her by the Carousel Building in Golden Gate Park, but I will caution you to exert care. She is working an investigation right now, and we are not responsible for your safety should you approach. Is there anything else I can help you with? My friend's apartment is being cordoned off. Can you tell me why? Is there anything you can tell me that's newsworthy? But the protests outside Genus are a hot human interest topic. Feel free to note the assistance of the San Francisco Police Department in your article. Alright, Golden Gate Park. We'll go there. What is he doing? A water rom? Tree. Casually dressed fellow. Sharply dressed woman. How may I help you? Would you like some cool, refreshing water? Sure, I'll take some water. Water added to items. Water levels? Okay! ROM recycling for Greener Earth Foundation. Sure, I suppose. It's an Apollo Mark 7 model. About this whole wearing a hat on a breezy day thing. Froyo stand owner. Oh no, it's the Froyo stand. Oh, look at there. Hey, Pravi. Long time. Give me a few minutes to wrap this up before you start twisting my arm, but whatever you need, okay? I swear you wouldn't believe the amount of paperwork I have to file over a damn wrecked Froyo stand. By the way, how's your sister doing? She's fine. What's with the Froyo stand? Phantom robot on the loose that everyone's calling Wonder Boy. Supposed to be a hero of the people or something, but I have no idea what smashing a Froyo stand has to do with it. I think it's just a bunch of kids screwing around at night and committing some light vandalism. But the brass said to take it seriously, so that's what I'm gonna do. Not like I don't have real cases I could be working on, or actual criminals to be hunting down. I never would have trained. Aww, poor Lexi. What's that problem with you? Too young for full detective. Too big of a hothead. I've got a history. I've got implants. Take your pick. I transferred because the credits were good. I thought being in a bigger city would mean I get to work some bigger cases. Instead, I'm stuck chasing ghosts and dead ends. So yeah, I have plenty of spare time to help you with whatever you got, Pravi. Nice. It's gotta be better than dealing with this crap. Hold on one second, let me finish up with this guy. So, fill me in, what's going on? An old friend of mine, Hayden, has gone missing. Shoot, that's not good. I'm sorry. How long have they been gone? If it's been less than 48 hours, I can't start doing anything officially. Can't even really argue with that rule. They'll probably show up eventually, maybe just went on a trip. Unfortunately, detective, things are a bit more serious than that. I am Hayden's personal ROM, and I was witness to his kidnapping. prior to being taking, my owner instructed me to seek help should anything bad happen. Now I believe he was expecting it. I have enlisted Pravi for his assistance. I can assure you Hayden was taken by force, and that time is of the essence. We need your help if we're going to track him down. Shoot. In that case, you should forward me your video of him being abducted, and I'll open up an investigation. I'm not sure I'd be put on the case, conflict of interest and all, but I can keep tabs on things for you. I was hoping we could keep this off the books. Yes, Hayden is a senior researcher at Parallax, and I know he was working on some very high-profile projects for the company. It's quite likely that he was taken by someone with enough money and influence to ensure an official investigation goes nowhere. You yourself have already cast doubt on your superior's judgment. Furthermore, we know there is already some kind of investigation currently ongoing. We were stopped from entering Hayden's apartment by an NSFPD ROM. You know, you're a bit chattier than most ROMs. I guess it makes sense that Parallax gets the shiniest new toys, huh? I'll see what's going on in the department. I don't know what I can do if someone inside is actually dirty, but I can pass information if you decide. Sorry. Pass information to you if I decide my superiors aren't taking the investigation seriously. They wouldn't have left only one bot in charge if it was something important. Hopefully it's unrelated. I'll get back to you on it soon. Just relax and we'll figure this out. Promise. Could you radio the guard ROM to let us in? Or could you just escort us into the apartment now? No way, not gonna happen. If there's already an investigation, I'm not gonna let you waltz in and tamper with evidence. At least give me a day to make sure they're doing their job, right? Hello, Butcher. I don't know if you heard that, but he's wanting some food, I think. But it's not time to feed you yet. My little man. Definitely not. Let's see. We can't wait a day. What happened, Lexi? You used to play by your own rules. Yes, we'll do that one. Don't try to pull that guilt shit on me, Pravi. I know you, and I have gotten into a few scrapes in the past, but that kind of stuff gets real old after a while. It's why I took this nice, stable job in the city. If I'd done it sooner, I'd still be with your sister. That's amusing. You know I can handle myself, Lexi. You've been there. Sure you can. All the way up until you don't. Just let it go, Pravi. I'm not going to be the one watching your sister cry over your casket. We'll have a better shot at this if we work on it from both ends. We're not going to do it that way. I lost too much playing fast and loose before I joined the force. And while I don't have a stick up my ass about regs, I'm not going to send an untrained civilian into this alone. Let me do my job. I don't want you to get hurt. Aww. Alright, I hear you. Now get out of here. I still gotta finish up this Froyo thing. I'll call you with details about the case later. Well, that didn't go how I'd hoped, but maybe it isn't a total loss. I have another idea on how to get us both inside the apartment. You actually come up with a plan? Haha! I'll need to get my hands on Detective Rivers' police identification badge. I can just detect its outline in the fabric of her jacket pocket. I'll need to be considerably closer to pull its data. We can't risk being too obvious. I'm sure you can come up with some way for me to scan it. I have faith in you. Oh, wait. Of course, I have water. Yes, that's what I need to do. Use an item on Lexi. No, can't do that. No. No. Water pump. Stopping the water flow. Use Alfie. Oh, wait. Maybe if I drink the water. You drank my water. Now I'll talk to him. Oh, this is embarrassing. I seem to have run out of cool, refreshing water. Water level's not okay. Water level's not okay. Water level's not okay. I'll be right back. Perfect. That's all I needed. Haha! Okay, so now what? Let me keep that here. What the hell are you doing with my ID? Oh, excuse me, Detective Rivers. I noticed it fell out of your pocket after that wayward ROM crashed into you, and I wanted to make sure it didn't get lost in the shuffle. Thanks. You said it was a ROM? Yes. It seemed to be following faulty programming of some kind. Perhaps it was the same one that damaged this vendor's service cart. It headed off in that direction. Guess I should check it out. Not like I have any other leads. Hey, you froyo guy. Tag along with me in case I need you to identify it. Oh, me, but I've got to attend my stand. Cut the crap. It's not going anywhere. And the robot I posted will make sure nobody messes with the crime scene. Yes, ma'am. And you, don't think I don't know you're up to something, Pravi. Keep your nose clean. You too, Turing. I'll be in touch. Detective Cool Lady. Let me keep it in my hat for now. I want to prove my usefulness to the investigation. Forgive me for being a bit dramatic. Alright, let's go back to Hayden's place. Go! I'm really liking the interface and everything. It's simple, but effective. Turing. This is Detective Lexi Rivers, badge number 881126. I'll be entering the crime scene with my assistant to gather evidence. Please move out, but maintain the perimeter. Of course, Detective Rivers. Good luck with your investigation. Wow. You don't need to prove anything to me, Turing, but good job. At times I feel my inexperience may be holding us back, but I will continue to do my best to better assist you. I just wish Hayden had given me more practical training to deal with this kind of situation. Or even just being out and about in general. It can be a bit overwhelming at times. How did that work with just Lexi's voice anyway? Can't that police bot see us? Well, I'm not sure I'd call that seeing. The Neo-SF Police Department uses government rebuild of the old Robodyne 6300. They're antiquated enough that I'm surprised they aren't in a museum. Their optics are a paltry 10 megapixels, and it was child's play for me to modulate my forward display into a tight beam of an image aimed directly into its lenses. I also transmitted the credentials we got from Detective Rivers' badge earlier. I probably could have gotten away with just that, but better safe than sorry when impersonating an officer of the law. Frankly, I'm rather embarrassed for the ROM. The poor thing is older than your computer. But enough of that. Let's get the data cache and return to Tomcat. Whoa! Oh no, our apartment. What did they do to my home? Who could have done this? Geez, that graffiti looks like Human Revolution stuff. Why would they come after us, though? Why would they break our things? I don't know what to do. Aww. These items. They're all I have of Hayden. What if he's gone for good? What will I do if we can't find him? Don't worry, Turing. We'll find him. You're right. I apologize for the emotional outburst. Wow. Look around and see if we can find the data cache. We don't have time to waste on my histrionics. Humanity has changed rapidly in the last century. Hybridization of the genome, wide variety of cybernetic augmentation has, in the human's viewpoint, diluted the purity and strength of the species. Broken window, graffiti, and splintered glass. Oh, what's this? Torn up plant. Empty desk. The desk has been ransacked and tagged with spray paint. A ROM piece. Okay. Huh. Those are the ROM parts. I don't think there's anything here. Tech scum graffiti. I think you're right about this being Human Revolution propaganda, but I don't know why they come after Hayden. I know they don't like Parallax because they think advanced technology in general is bad, but they spend most of their time going after hybrids and cyborgs. That's why they're protesting at Genus now. I'll run some deep meshnet searches and see if anything turns up. I think the data cache is gone. We've searched everywhere and it just isn't here. I hate to return to Tomcat empty-handed, but this leaves us twisting in the wind. Perhaps they can point us in a new direction. The data cache is no longer our main objective, but it would be nice to know where it is and why it was taken. Maybe they took it for corporate espionage. don't have enough personal experience to give you an honest answer. The information on the mesh net is extremely conflicting and desperately polarized. Some of it paints them as neo-druid nature lovers, and other parts as bigoted Luddites stuck in the past. Oh, perhaps we could Pravi? Uh-oh. What was that? Something's going on. Oh, chapter 2. Huh. So, yeah. So I'm gonna leave this episode here. But I have to say, I really do like our young friend here, Turing. He is an adorable artificial intelligence. I love the whole interface system. It's very simple, very easy to use, and the colors and everything, the animation, very, very old school. Reminds me of my days playing Nintendo and Super Nintendo. So yes, I'm going to leave this episode here. Thank you all for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please feel free to like my video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't, leave comments because I love reading comments. So yes, feel free to do all of that. And I will see you all next time here on Pravi's Wheelhouse. And until then, keep playing games, my friend. Keep playing games.